Dear students, today we are going to learn the factors influencing SN1 and SN2 mechanism. In previous two videos, we learned the SN1 and SN2 mechanism, and here in this video we learn about which factors influence or affect on the SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism. From that factors, first is nature of substrate. Here we learn the factors for both reactions. The nature of substrate for SN2 reaction mechanism. We know that in SN2 reaction mechanism, the transition state is penta-coordinated. Means in the transition state, there are 5 groups attached to carbon atom, but actual capacity to form the bond, the actual capacity of carbon to form a bond is 4. And thus, due to the formation of 5 bond, one bond is extra than actual valency of carbon. Due to this, the transition state become crowded. As a result, SN1 mechanism is favored in primary alkyl halide, means, and least favored in tertiary alkyl halide, means we know that the primary alkyl halide has a less crowding, but tertiary alkyl halide has a more crowding. And we know in SN2 reaction mechanism, transition state has a penta-coordinated. There are 5 bonds. But if we take the primary alkyl halide, it is less crowded. But if we take tertiary alkyl halide, then transition state becomes more crowded. And due to this, the rate of SN2 reaction become faster for primary alkyl halide but not for tertiary alkyl halide. Hence, SN2 reaction mechanism is favored in primary alkyl halide, more favored in primary alkyl halide, and least favored in tertiary alkyl halide due to the steric crowding of groups in transition state. Here the nature of substrate. Now we study for SN1 reaction mechanism. We know that SN1 reaction mechanism having 2 steps. First step is slow. This step is also known as RDS step, rate determining step, and in this step carbon halogen bond break heterolytically and it forms a carbocation, which is a planar intermediate. And due to the planar structure of carbocation, there is a less steric crowding, and the bulkier alkyl groups accommodate in this planar carbocation in such a way that steric crowding become less, and this result the SN1 reaction is most favored for tertiary alkyl halide and least favored for primary alkyl halide. This is because of the formation of carbocation, planar carbocation, and in that carbocation carbon carries a positive charge, means it is electron deficient. and the electron deficiency of this carbocation is reduced by increasing plus I effect or hyperconjugation. And we know that hyperconjugation is more in tertiary alkyl halide than primary alkyl halide. And also due to the planar structure, the steric crowding decreases, and hence in SN1 mechanism, that SN1 mechanism is favored for tertiary alkyl halide more but least favored for primary alkyl halide. Here there are two types of stabilizing structures are present. In first structure, for this structure is for SN2 reaction mechanism, and in this structure we know that there is a pentavalent carbon. This carbon is a pentavalent carbon. Each carbon in this structures, in the four structures, each carbon has pentavalency, and we know that crowding and destabilization increases. Here from left to right, as crowding increases, the destabilization also increases. Means as crowding increases, stability decreases. Here in the first structure all are hydrogens, means here steric crowding is less, but here in the second structure there is a one CSC group and little crowding increases in this structure. And in third structure there are two methyl groups, means the steric crowding increases or more than previous two structures. But in last structure there are three methyl groups, and here in the last structure the steric crowding is much more as compared to previous three structures, and as crowding increases, stability decreases. Means the SN2 reaction is more favored for this first structure because this structure has less steric crowding in pentavalent transition state, and it is least favored for last structure because it has three bulkier CH3 group present in pentavalent transition state. In the second types of structures, there are four structures present in this type, and they have a carbocation, planar carbocations. Here in this first structure there are three hydrogens attached to carbocation. In second structure there are two hydrogens and one alkyl group attached to this carbocation. In third structure, one hydrogen and two methyl group attached to carbocation, and in fourth structure all three methyl groups attached to carbocation. Now we know that as alkyl groups increases, plus I effect and hyperconjugation also increases. Here in this first structure there are only three hydrogens, but in second structure there is a one methyl group attached to carbocation. Means here this methyl group donate its electron to this electron deficient species carbocation through plus I effect, and it has a three hyperconjugating structures. We know that as hyperconjugating structure increases, stabilization also increases. Here this second structure has three hyperconjugating structures, but here this first structure has zero hyperconjugating structures. In third structure there are one hydrogen and two methyl groups attached to carbocation. These two methyl groups donate its electron pair through hydrogen plus I effect, and this has six hyperconjugating structures. In last structure, all methyl groups attached to this carbon atom, and there are three electron donating groups, that is three methyl groups donate its electron pair to this electron diffusion species through plus I effect, and it has 9 hyperconjugating structures due to the presence of three methyl groups. And we know that as hyperconjugation increases or hyperconjugating structure increases, stability also increases, and this hyperconjugating structure is due to the presence of alpha hydrogens, and as alpha hydrogens increases, hyperconjugation increases, stability also increases. What are alpha hydrogens? The hydrogen atom which are attached to alpha carbon. And what is alpha carbon? The alpha carbon is the carbon which is directly attached to the functional group, or may be attached to the positively charged or negatively charged atom, that hydrogen called as alpha carbon, and that alpha carbon, the hydrogen attached, is called as alpha hydrogen. Here, due to the planar structure, the steric crowding is spread over the plane, and steric crowding, due to the spreading of that steric crowding, this steric crowding decreases and stabilization increases. Hence, from left to right, as planarity increases, steric crowding also increases, means relief. Stabilization is also done by positive inductive effect and hyperconjugation of alpha hydrogen. Hence, stability also increases, and we conclude that the SN1 reaction mechanism is least favored for first structure and more favored for last structure. Now, this flow sheet tells us that about the rate of reaction of SN1 reaction mechanism and SN2 reaction mechanism. Here, these are the alkyl halides. This is methyl halide, primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and tertiary alkyl halide. Here, the SN1 reaction rate increases from left to right, means it is least. SN1 reaction mechanism rate is least for methyl halide, but it increases as primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, and it is more for tertiary alkyl halide. But the below arrow, this arrow tells that from right to left, SN2 reaction rate increases, means SN1 reaction rate decreases, and the SN1 reaction rate is least for tertiary alkyl halide, it increases for secondary alkyl halide, is also increases for primary alkyl halide, and it is more for methyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halides generally undergoes the SN1 reaction mechanism, while primary alkyl halides follows SN2 reaction mechanism. But secondary alkyl halides reacts either maybe according to SN1 or SN2 or maybe mixed type of reaction mechanism, and it is depend upon the exact conditions during that reaction mechanism. The next factor which influence the rate of SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism is that nucleophilicity of reagent. Here in both type of reaction mechanisms we use nucleophile. In SN2 reaction mechanism, the nucleophile is used in first step because SN2 reaction mechanism has a single step. But in SN1 reaction mechanism, the nucleophile is used in second step because in the first step, which is rate determining step, in that step only the concentration of substrate is affect on rate of reaction. In the second step, the actual use of nucleophile take place. And we know that the nucleophile is the species, electron rich species, which donate its electron pair either in the form of negative charge or in the form of lone pair to the electron deficient species and form a bond. And here the electron deficient species may be carbon or the carbocation form in the transition state during SN1 reaction mechanism. Now, a nucleophile is a species that use its electron pair to form bond with carbon. And nucleophilic character of any species is expressed in its electron releasing tendency, which can be correlated to its strength as Lewis base. Here the nucleophilic character of any species, we can express that character in the terms of electron releasing tendency. The nucleophile, the given nucleophile, either it releases its electron easily or in a more amount or in a less amount. That nucleophilic character is depend upon this electron releasing tendency, and that releasing tendency is correlated with its strength as a Lewis base. For example, if any type of nucleophile that release its electron more easily and donate its all electrons easily, then we called that nucleophile as a strong nucleophile. The more powerful nucleophile attacks the substrate faster and favor SN2 reaction mechanism. Here, the more powerful nucleophile easily attack the substrate faster, and due to this faster attack, that reaction mechanism or that substrate favors the SN2 reaction mechanism. We know that the rate of SN1 mechanism is independent of nature of nucleophile, because in the first step, which is slow and rate determining step, there is no affection or influence of nucleophile on the rate of reaction. The actual use of rate of nucleophile is take place in the second step, that is faster step. Means first step in the SN1 reaction mechanism is independent of the concentration or nature of the nucleophile. And we must be wait till carbocation form. Here in the SN1 reaction mechanism, we must wait till carbocation form, and as carbocation form, and then nucleophile fastly reacts with carbocation. Here some key points we must know about the nucleophile. The first key point is that a negatively charged nucleophile is more powerful than its conjugated acid. That is, for example, RO minus is much better nucleophile than ROH. Here in this ROH there are two lone pairs present on oxygen. Why this negatively charged nucleophile is much powerful? Because these negatively charged are easily accommodable, or they are free and they easily attacks on the electrophile. But here these lone pairs not move easy as the electrons present in negative charge. Hence the negatively charged nucleophile is much more powerful than its conjugate acid. The second key point is that when donor atoms are formed from same period, means the donor atoms present in the nucleophile are belong in the same period, then same period in the periodic table, then nucleophilicity decreases from left to right. For example, water is less powerful nucleophile than ammonia. Here we know that oxygen and ammonia both are present in same period. Here both are present in second period, and nitrogen in ammonia is present in 7th group, and while oxygen is present at 8th group. And we know that if the donor atoms belong in same period of periodic table, then nucleophilicity decreases from left to right. Means here the nitrogen, any type of compound, the nitrogen carry lone pair, that is more powerful nucleophile as compared to any type of compound which carry oxygen. And here is the example: water is less powerful nucleophile than ammonia. The third key point is that when donor atoms are belong in same group, of the periodic table, then nucleophilicity increases down the group. Example, iodine, I minus is a better nucleophile than Cl minus. We know that I minus means both are belong from group number 17, that is halogen, fluorine F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. And we know that from top to bottom in a same group nucleophilicity increases. Means here nucleophilicity increases, means here Cl minus is at the top but I minus is at the bottom of group. Means I minus is much strong nucleophile as compared to Cl minus. The next factor which affect on rate of SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism, that is solvent polarity. SN1 and SN2, we know that SN1 reaction is formed via formation of carbocation. Means in SN1 reaction mechanism, first there is formation of carbocation take place, means a positively charged species take place, and during this A good ionizing solvent or polar solvent stabilize these ions by solvation process, and the solvation of carbocation is relatively poor, and solvation of anion is particularly important for this carbocation, because in carbocation carbon carries a positive charge, and that should be stabilized by an anion by the solvation process, means negatively charged species stabilize the carbon which carries a positive charge in carbocation. The anions are solvated by hydrogen bonding solvent, that is protic solvents, means these anions are stabilized or solvated by hydrogen bonding, and we know that the solvent which carries hydrogens called protic solvent, and the solvent which does not carry hydrogen is known as aprotic solvent. For example, water is a protic solvent because water carry hydrogen, but here CCl4 is a aprotic solvent because in CCl4 there is no hydrogens. Hence water means protic solvent, water called as a protic solvent, but CCl4 is a aprotic solvent. Aprotic solvent means the solvent which does not have any type of hydrogen, and this protic solvent is stabilize the anions by hydrogen bonding of that solvent. Thus SN2 reaction mechanism is proceed more rapidly in polar protic solvent than aprotic solvent. Means if we use the protic solvent in SN1 reaction mechanism, the rate of SN1 reaction mechanism becomes faster due to the presence of protic solvent than aprotic solvent, because this protic solvent stabilize or solvated anions easily by hydrogen bonding. The protic solvents usually decreases the rate of SN2 reaction mechanism. Here for SN1 reaction mechanism, protic solvent increase the rate of reaction, but SN2 reaction mechanism, the protic solvents decrease the rate of reaction. But if we use a protic solvent during the SN2 reaction mechanism, that should increase the rate of reaction. In rate determining step of SN2 reaction mechanism, that substrate and as well as nucleophile increases. We know that in RDS or slow step in the SN2 reaction mechanism, the concentration of both substrate as well as nucleophile affect on rate of reaction, and polar solvent stabilize the nucleophile by solvation process, and in this step the polar solvent we used that stabilize the nucleophile by using the solvation process. And thus solvents deactivate nucleophile by stabilizing it, and if that solvent stabilize the nucleophile, and hence it destabilize the rate of reaction, because rate of reaction is depend on both concentration of substrate as well as concentration of nucleophile in SN2 reaction mechanism. And if in SN2 reaction mechanism we use polar solvent that stabilize only nucleophile, and due to the stabilization of one species, rate of reaction changed, because for the better rate, the rate of this reaction SN2 reaction must be depend on both concentrations of substrate and nucleophile, but here we stabilize only the nucleophile but not substrate, hence the rate of reaction SN2 reaction mechanism changed. Hence aprotic solvents or the solvents of low polarity will favor or more rate of reaction for SN2 reaction mechanism. Here, if we use protic solvents, then that most favored SN1 reaction mechanism. But if we used a protic solvent that favored SN2 reaction mechanism.